All right, Matthew chapter 2, verse 27. All right, what does Jesus say about adultery? You have heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not commit adultery. Right? Do not commit adultery. But I say to you that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So just by looking at a woman with lust, that is committing adultery. Right? So checking out a woman is pretty much it's adultery. All right? It doesn't have to be physical or it doesn't have to be like like actual adultery as our definition is, but just looking at her and committing adultery even mentally or even emotionally, like that is adultery. All right, so that's what Jesus is trying to tell us here. If your right eye causes you to sin, pluck it out and cast it from you, for it's more profitable for you that one of your members perish than for a whole body to be cast into hell. All right, so if your eyes continue to sin, it's best to pluck it out. So pretty much that's trying to tell you how serious God takes his word. All right. So adultery, God takes it very seriously. If your eyes sin, it's best to pluck it out than for your whole body to go to hell. That's what it's saying. All right. It's very direct, it's very specific. Right. Adultery is bad. Adultery is caused by the heart. Right? Adultery is caused by the eyes. So there's no like kind of or sort of adultery or I didn't touch her adultery or we didn't do anything adultery. No, it's in the heart. And as you read the word, you will realize that a lot of stuff is an act before you even act on it because it comes from the heart. If you think of murder, that is in your heart, that is murder. It's already murder because you already thought of it and it's in your heart. If you hate somebody, it's hate from the heart. So it's all about the heart. And the more you read the word, the more you realize that it's all about the heart. Where is the heart at? And that's what it's all about. God is all about the heart. So it's important for us to keep our heart pure, to keep our heart from like going into darkness. It's important for us to keep our heart focused on heavenly things. That's what's important here. Protect the heart. It's all about the heart. This whole word is all about the heart. Where is your heart? Your heart's going to be judged. Where is your heart? And so always protect your heart no matter what. That's what's important here. God takes it very, very, very seriously. Adultery is very serious. This is a very serious act. I know us men, we were raised, a lot of us, as myself, were raised to pretty much adultery is just everyday life. Adultery, as long as you don't physically touch somebody, you think that that's not adultery. But as I learned, and which I actually learned this pretty late, I learned this at age, probably at least age 25, that adultery actually came from the heart. Before that, I didn't know that. I honestly did not know that. I thought adultery meant that you physically had to do an act in order to commit adultery. I didn't know that it can be made in your mind. That the adultery was committed in your heart before you even touched or acted on it. I actually did not know that, but now I do. It's all here in the word. We will be accountable for it. So it's very important to train your eyes, to train your heart, to stay away from lustful situations. All right. One important thing is, yeah, I stay away from um, lustful situations. For me, I would say the mall. I try to stay away from the mall as much as possible. I don't mind going to the mall every now and then, but I wouldn't go a lot. Because I have a history in that. If you don't have a history in that and you think you can handle it, all right. But there's a lot of people out there that are half dressed, and stuff like that, which I'm very uncomfortable with now that I'm in Christ, because that my percentage goes up to lust. My percentage goes up to commit a sin. My percentage is higher. So I try not to even put myself in that situation. So let's say even me going into a club or something, like that is out the question. I can't. I have a history in that, and my chances go up to commit a sin. So I just take myself out of that situation completely. All right. So I try to keep myself in situations where none of that. I try not to even do much after 8 o'clock. To be honest, I try not to be out after 8 o'clock. I try not to be out in public after 8 o'clock because people are start becoming more half dressed. Here in Houston, we have the Houston Rodeo, and you'll notice in the daytime there's a lot of kids walking around, and it's very comfortable. But once the evening starts hitting, that's when all the adult the adult stuff starts coming out, and you start seeing more people half dressed, and that's when it's time to go. A lot of times you'll feel the mood, like you'll feel like, oh, there's more drinking, there's more alcohol involved, and there are more dating coming in, like people dating. So as a Christian, we got to be aware of these situations, and we got to get ourselves out of those situations, and that's what's important here. All right. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm trying to grow the channel. Thank you very much, and God bless you.